Okay, so I put together a list of secret tips for dreaming. Here, wait, let me turn off this cranial massage here. Oh my god, I'm listening to the cool sky right now, the googing, flowing water music. Dude, oh man, I gotta subscribe to that. That's so good. Oh my god. Okay, share this screen. Alright, so I put together some secret tips for dreaming. Make sure to get 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night comfortably. This list is all over the place, by the way, so bear with me. Don't use your bed for anything but sleep, actually. Sex can be really interesting in other places anyway. Get you out of your comfort zone. Who said sex was supposed to be so comfortable? Alright. Invest in... Oh, these are all these drawings. Okay, I'm trying to show you black and white because it just gets crazy when it's too much. Invest in the right mattress or pillows and blanket to create an awesome sleep environment. So, if you like a really hard, firm mattress, or you like softness, when I went through my divorce, I had like my mom gave me 2 body pillows and I had a body pillow, so I was surrounded by 3 body pillows. That's how I got through a divorce. And then later I went through a breakup and I got, like, I'm not gonna lie, like 26 pillows. Like, it was like body replacement was the pillows. So, you know, experiment. Like, go shopping and hug and hold, put shit between your... I had an ex-boyfriend show me how to put a pillow between your legs. You can really sleep really well that way. Some of you like to sleep, you like hold onto the pillow and make it into your own little sculpture. Some people just like no pillows. Some people like to sleep on the floor. Find out what you want, what gives you awesome sleep, and then create like an awesome sleep environment. Invest in blackout curtains, not blackout drinking, blackout curtains, because they'll block out the light. And some people are like, I don't sleep that well, I never sleep. It's so cute the way you never sleep. It's just awesome for the future. But it's more like, actually go to a hotel where there's like a great air filter and they have blackout curtains and no sound, and you know what? You might sleep for 14 hours. So, just saying. Oh, okay, so sleep is precious. Reboot your system because your body repairs cellularly at night. And your brain also collates all the day's information, i.e. that's how your information is stored, like through your dreams. And that's how you cope with different emotions and different stressors. So it's really cute that you're doing Adderall or Vyvanse or smoking and drinking and just charging your body with adrenaline, and you don't sleep, or you only sleep like a few hours. It's just really cute, but you're going to get bored of that when you realize you cannot cope with life, okay? Because you're coping with things in your dreams. Don't eat or drink right before, don't eat or drink right before sleep, actually. So those of you who have the habit of like getting high before you go to bed, or drinking a beer before you go to bed, or watching static, or you never go to bed because you're on the internet 24/7, go to bed. And, you know, turn your mind off, because your executive functioning eventually will not be able to keep up with that pace. When you're young, you can experiment a little bit with that, but why waste time? YOLO means not wasting time. I'm redefining that. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out who's sucking this and how's it going. Okay. Then, take a bath before bed. Make sure you're nice and clean. Either give or get a massage, have sex, or masturbate before sleep. Just really help that body, you know? Check in with yourself. Though if you're just going to cry afterwards, then don't do it. There's nothing wrong with a little celibacy. And keep a dream journal right near your bed. So right when you wake up, you can write down your dreams. Yeah. Oh, okay, so this goes back to, like, yeah, if you think it's cool to party till wee hours in the night, doing all the drugs and drinking till excess, don't stop, right? Till you pass out at 4 a.m. It's actually not cool. After a while, you're just going to get really bored of that and that whole novelty. And you'll eventually realize that at night, you're robbing yourself of sleep. Yeah, I know, like you sleep the whole next day, whatever, but you're off schedule. So eventually, you do need 8 to 10 hours of sleep, 8 or 9, because you need a certain amount of REM for the cellular work your body does. And there's a regenerative process that happens when you sleep for your whole body. And then, okay, so like sometimes physically, like you go to bed like maybe feeling, I've done this where I've like gone to bed feeling really bloated, from like a food allergy or something, and just feeling really shitty. And then wake up and your stomach is down and you're obviously not like that. Or you have like lots of blemishes, you're breaking out a lot, red, blotchy skin, scaly, dry skin. And then you go to bed the next morning like you have nothing on your skin, Or you have like all these emotions, you're so stressed out, it's just like, and you go to bed and you wake up refreshed. That's what the regenerative process is. And it's also important for executive functioning in the brain to get enough sleep for REM, because that's when you collate everything that's going on in your world. So when people are like, yeah, I don't dream, you actually do dream, you just don't remember it. Or some of you are like, I know I dream, I just don't remember it. Well, then you're not getting enough sleep, because you need to get enough sleep so you can recall those dreams, because otherwise those dreams are lost in your brain. They're for you to figure things out, your own personal theater, to figure everything out. So I would suggest, like I said, take that bath. Also, you could meditate. Like if you have like stressors in your life, anxiety, then you need to journal or pray or meditate, whatever you need to do to kind of like collate the day's events and get into a good sleep place, And don't have all these lights and music on the whole night. It's so cute how some of you guys just like cannot stop. But make sure you program them to like to slowly like go out. If you've ever camped, then you know that after a while, like after the crickets, like they stop. Everyone stops, and then birds like start up in the morning, and it's like melodic and harmonious and awesome. And there's no internet out there, and so it's like really important to remember that too. So if you're listening to Skrillex before you go to bed, like I don't know about you, but if I listen to Skrillex before going to bed, I hear Skrillex the entire night, and I wake up and I'm still hearing Skrillex. So I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but like think about the music that you're gonna play. Think about what you're going to read, what you're going to watch, how those images linger in the brain, and then your brain uses them for the personal theater. So think about those images that you put in your mind right at the end of the day. Like you're responsible for that. Besides, your dreams are your own personal therapist. They're there to help you figure everything out. And, oh yeah, so if you go to bed anxious, usually you wake up like anxious and your brain just like yells at you. So try to go to bed not feeling anxious. That's why I was suggesting the masturbation or the meditation. So right when you wake up, write down your dreams in a dream journal. And often you're like, I don't know if that was in my dream, but you just keep writing. So all of those creative pretend, I'm just making it up, are actually the process of that creative recall, that process of making up things and whatever's coming to your imagination. Like, what do you think imagination is? What do you think dreams are? So they're not real, right? But like, you know, when they really feel real, it's pretty intense. So when you're like describing the dream or writing down the dream, if other things come up, write it down, because that's what you dreamed. This is just the creative way that your mind's remembering. And also turn off your cell and your computer. Get like a blindfold and earplugs. Make sure that you're either in some comfy jammies, or I like to sleep in the nude because it's really like floating around in the womb, or floating around in space. I think it's pretty awesome. Especially if you have an estranged relationship with your body, or you only really feel like your lover or partner makes you come alive, or certain outfits. I know about you girls that have sex with bras on. It's so cute. But you obviously are negotiating still a relationship with your body. Like, if you can't accept your body naked, I'd start going to bed naked and like holding your body as you sleep. Touching your body lightly as you sleep can be a really healing gesture to be in touch with your home. This is your home, your temple. And oh yeah, okay, so then keeping a dream journal and following some of these secret tips will actually help promote dreaming to come on stronger, and before you know it, you'll actually be really remembering your dreams all the time. Once you keep a dream journal, go to the next step and start to draw your dreams, because I get all of my artistic ideas from my dreams and from lucid dreaming. Oh yeah, and I was also going to say that you can get a great deal of insight into what's going on with you and in your life from your dreams. Basically, when you wake up and you're like, I don't understand my dream. Sure, you can go online and look up dream journals that can help give you ideas, but ultimately, your dream is a personal experience. So I'm of the way that I like to believe in things is that you intuitively know what's right or what's best for you, or what you need to do. You just deny that. So those walls of denial just have to come down in order to really get the most from your dreams. So like I said, like, your dreams can be your own personal therapist, and you can look at your dreams and figure out how you're really feeling about things, especially because there's this whole sort of third person relationship you have with your dreams, where you're either floating or flying, or you're in some kind of macro or micro situation. Maybe you're in a different body, and those are supposed to be you're like, oh, so and so appeared in my dream, but it's actually you. But it gives you an indicator of the complexity of yourself, which many people forget, actually, that they can be in many different places, or different bodies, or different histories all at the same time. And you forget that. And it's really important to remember that, because then you can access that when you have a conflict, you can access how you solve something in a dream, Let's say you're having bad dreams. A lot of people actually have bad dreams, and that's why they stop dreaming or keeping a dream journal or really being invested in that process. Well, you have to understand that these are aspects of yourself that you're either negotiating or trying to attempt to form a bridge with, or you're totally in denial about. And therefore, hence, you will continue to have bad dreams. Characters will come and visit you. There's no escape. And it's kind of like a way of figuring out, like, what makes you tick, you know? And you would say, like, you know, you have these unconscious shadows. You know, you have these shadow characters, Freud would say you have these animalistic and sexual drives, and sometimes it's violence, you know. Artaud says, if you don't express yourself, you'll express yourself in the need for power. And of course, Lacan's like, you know, you don't, you know, there's such a split. You might not even know unconsciously what you're doing. You might not know unconsciously of your drive, or unconsciously how your shadow is influencing your decisions. But in your dream, if you have like a crazy like bat with claws and mirror eyes chasing you, and you wake up like, oh my God, you know, that's you avoiding your problems. And dreams, like, creatures appear in your dream to promote well-being in you, to give you ideas of what you need to do. There's also universal symbols, like, in dreams. You know, if you're, like, in the water, you're, like, dipping into the collective unconscious itself. You're just, like, swimming around in your mind. Also, if you have lots of dreams about tunnels and doorways and hallways, levels, that's also, like, your brain's visual and pictorial sense of trying to articulate space. Like, you're actually traveling around in your brain, traveling around in your mind. So your dreams are supposed to be confusing. And pay attention to the images that you see throughout the day. Like, if something is curious to me, like if I see a really big spider in a spider web, I'll look at it really closely, because I want to get in touch with those places that scare me, so that and I'll have a dream, and then I'll see that spider, I'll see that web, and I'll be like, oh, of course, no wonder I'm like a speck of dust in this dream, and that spider and the web is so huge. And then other times you meet people that you've dreamed about. That's pretty amazing. I mean, you never know. There could be like totally like images like come to me from all of my dreams, and I'm like, where and what was all of that? But I just draw from those dreams and then look at them, and they, you know, then I do sort of like continue to draw out these things that I have in my dreams. So sleep ended up being like a material for me, like almost like, you know, sure, sleep is self-care and it's biological function and need, but I actually realized it was kind of a material in my art, and it would feed me ideas, and I would get like all of my ideas in a rush right when I was waking up. And so my sketchbooks have been like, you know, a way to kind of like discourse with the collective and with my personal unconscious. And I've actually figured things out in my dreams, or had repeat dreams, or have, you know, trends, memes, currents, repeating like patterns and characters and persona and selves repeat. I've had dreams complete or revisit other dreams. I've had deja vus in dreams. I think in a lot of ways I've also psychically traveled in dreams to other time periods where I'm like, was this another life, and that's why I'm recalling this information? Or is it just like my soul and my mind so effing curious about psychic travel that like I'm able to do that? The other thing is like when people are telling me, oh, I could never think big epic thoughts or like a filmmaker, or I'm not that creative. But then I ask them to tell me about their dreams, and their dreams are epic. And so you have to understand that, you know, you don't have to be an artist or a filmmaker to have epic dreams. Like, everyone has a personal theater in their mind, and you should access it because it's free. Sleep well, happy dreaming.